Hi, so I've just got this beautiful Laguna 18BX bandsaw and I'm trying to do the setup, and it's really hard to actually advance the band on the flywheel. The flywheel really doesn't want to turn easily, which makes it very hard to do the centering adjustment and whatnot. So I pulled the doors open to have a look inside to find out whether it's actually something wrong with the flywheel bearings or whether it's something wrong with the motor. And I found something that kind of really surprises me, and it's making me go, well, you know, why? Now I've let all the tension off the band, and I've actually let the tension off the motor, and I've removed the belt, the V-belt that engages the motor. And now I can see that the flywheel turns freely, so it's not a problem with the flywheel bearing, but rather the motor itself, the shaft, just doesn't want to turn at all, right? And you know, I can get two hands in there, but I still can't really shift it. And I thought, crap, maybe there's a problem with the motor bearing. And so I removed the back cover off the motor, and there's a cooling fan on there. But something that is more interesting is that there appears to be a brake, an electronic brake on the motor shaft. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly how this brake actually works and when it works. I've disconnected the bandsaw, the drive belt, the V-belt from the motor, so nothing's going to be driven inside this machine at the moment except the motor. But just watch what happens when I energize it and de-energize it. Now you would have heard that click at the end. That's obviously the DC brake clicking in, and you see how quickly the fan stops when that brake clicks in. I'll do it one more time. And this brake here is a DC, what I'd call a dead man brake. So it activates when the motor is de-energized, which obviously pulls the motor up quite quickly after you turn the switch off on the bandsaw. However, you know, this seems to be something that's not really required, because on this machine you have a foot brake. And most people, I think most of the time, will probably use the foot brake, because the foot brake not only brakes the spinning flywheels, but it also takes energy off the motor. It deactivates the motor. It's like an off switch. So you don't really need this other brake on the motor. And it's actually a real nuisance, because when you're trying to put a new blade on and set the centering on it, it's really hard. You've got to fight against this brake to turn the flywheel so you can adjust the centering. I don't know why Laguna did this. I don't know what they were thinking at the time, but it seems to be a really dumb design. And if I had my preference, I would remove this brake right now. However, I'm reluctant to do anything like that because I don't want to void my warranty. But if anyone from Laguna is watching this video, maybe you can explain to me why you've got two brakes on this machine, and how anybody is supposed to set up the tracking on the band when they've got to wrestle with this thing all the time. Anyhow, that's my rant for today. Other than that, it's a lovely machine. I'm looking forward to putting it into good use in my shop. But I'd love to know the answer about this brake. If anyone can shed some light, or if Laguna themselves happen to see this video, if they could explain to me why this brake is there and whether I can remove it to make the whole thing a lot easier to work with, please let me know. Have a great day.